Hey, this is Holly from HS Homemade, www.hshomemade.com. Today I'm going to show you my craft area. Once again, it's been about a year since I've done that, and I've changed quite a bit. Kept some of it the same, but changed stuff around and just give you some ideas to get into a small space. I'm in a very small space, believe it or not. I know it looks like a big desk area, but it is a small space. I've got two drawers here. I've got a desk in the middle, and then drawers on the other side, and some things on the wall. And so let's get started and I'll show you what all this is. This, first of all, is a Memory Keeper's shelf for the wall. We bought it. It comes in white. We painted it black. And this basically holds my stamps in these jewel cases. If you'll go to mypinkstamper.com and watch one of her first videos that she ever did, it is about keeping stamps in a jewel case, and it is a great idea, great area saver. It saves a lot of room. Up top I've got some flowers, buttons, that kind of thing. On top I've got my twine and such up there, so kind of a hodgepodge stuff up there. Down here on the bottom used to be all of my ribbon. I don't use my ribbon as much anymore. I don't really know why, I just don't. So I kept some of my normal colors, black, brown, white, off-white, green. Those are the colors that I use the most, probably, if I do use your ribbon. I put my ribbon in a box and slid it underneath my bed here, and so that if I need it, it will be there. The rest of it here is, there's some little trim right here, some little lace trims, and then the rest is washi tape. I wanted my washi tape to be out to where I could see it all at once. I did it kind of in color order so that it is, I'm a little OCD like that, so it's all together. Anyway, there's all my washi tape. I hope that works well for me. Underneath that is an IKEA rod and bucket mechanism here. The first bucket is my tools that I use every time I sit down at this desk. Scissors, bone folders, that kind of thing. A little bit of glue. Got my colored pens here, my crocodile, corner chompers, different types of staplers right there. Then I have pencils and regular pens there. Here on my desk, again my desk is right in the middle, is my laptop that I use pretty much solely for my Cricut. It is an ancient laptop, but it's got my software on it, so that's what I use for my Cricut. Behind my Cricut is a Lana Burger basket full of long packaged things that are in long packages, or just really long things that won't fit really well anywhere else. So that works for me. That's been working pretty well for a while. That's my bubble wrap for when I package items to sell. And my speaker for my iPad and iPhone when I use music and such. Here is my pictures in that box that need to be scrapped. This here is for a baby wipe when I stamp. I have ruined several projects getting that baby wipe out and just setting it on my desk, and then it touches my paper, and then it ruins the paper, and then I have to start over. So that is my designated baby wipe container. There's my candy in there. This right here sits, it's just a container just like these are. It's just laid down on the, well, really how it's supposed to be laid down. This is for, I've got ticket stubs, notepads, my Stamp-A-Majig, my chalkboard paint there. My watercolor paints there. Behind that are just memorabilia that I just want to keep handy. Right here next to it are blank envelopes that are ready to pull out and stamp as I make card sets. These are my stamps, my ink pads. My Stampin' Up! Ink pads are on the right. My other ones, they're on the left, are like Stazon, Versamark, those kind of things, different stamp pads. Stampin' blocks are there on top of those. My Post-it notes are on top of there that I use quite often. Right here's my other piece of my Stamp-A-Jig. I have it on a nail here on my wall. My calendar for my blog, and then my paper piercer mat. Also, here is this that I made. This is back on my blog. These are all my punches and such, so I can measure those as I'm doing a project and then go pick a punch. That's just decoration, I guess you could call that. Just pictures of my family, basically, and just a few little things that I just stuck up there. This is my scrap basket. This has worked for a year. I have not changed it. I have changed it several times in the past, but this is working great for me. I know this looks like chaos, but it's organized chaos, I promise. This is small scraps all the way to large in pattern paper, and then behind it are in manila folders are all my different colors, and they're categorized by color. My cuddle bug sits there in front of that, so it's handy to get to, and the mats are underneath. And underneath that is my paper. That's most of my paper. And then I have some paper in that bottom drawer down there. Well, let's go ahead and just do these drawers. This drawer right here is my handy dandy drawer that I use just like this container here is stuff that I use every time I sit down. This drawer is open every time I sit down. This is adhesives of all sorts, blades, stuff like that. It's very stuff that I use all the time. Second drawer is paper clips, decorative paper clips, that kind of thing. I've got my twine here, clothespins, all those little tiny office-ish, I guess, type items that I use in scrapbooking. These are just some library cards, index cards, and such. Got my stickles and glitter glues down there, and my glossy accents is there as well. These are just some random things that are just things that I use from time to time. I've got some paint chips that I use on different things. Band-Aids, yes, I have Band-Aids for Get Well cards that I use and my kids use. Actually, you'll see a card coming up probably next week that I use Band-Aids on. This is just some more paper pads, basically, that I wanted to kind of keep together that are by brand, and they all stay in there. I actually moved my punches, used to be in that drawer, and I moved those today, and I put those paper pads in there. I may wind up putting Project Life stuff in that drawer this year when I get all my Project Life stuff up and going for my blog next year. But anyway, that's what's in there right now. On the wall here is just a decoration, a quilt square a friend of mine gave me. And this is a hook rack that I bought at Lowe's, actually in the garage area. Just any kind of basic hook thing would work. It was black, so I got it. This holds some chipboard, some memorabilia pieces, craft bags, and my embellishments, my gems and pearls and such like that. Now I've already showed you my Cricut and stuff, and that first drawer under my Cricut is address labels, my address book, those kind of things, just real handy to get to, and my baby wipes for my stamps. Second drawer is Cricut and Cuddlebug things. My Cricut, as you all know, I do use that software most of the time. I do get my cartridges out every now and then, though, and use them for something specific. So my cartridges are in this and this. And then these are all my embossing folders and such right there for my Cuddlebug. Bottom drawer here are containers for my card sets when I sell them, and or give them as gifts or whatever. These are just packages of all shapes, sizes, types, bags, boxes, anything you can think of that package things. I always go into there to look for things to package stuff in because I've got a lot of stuff in there. This is some twine and such down here on that side. Underneath here, I have this little basket that fits very nifty and dandy in there. These are a lot of things that I'm probably going to be using for Project Life. These are all small cards and such to embellish your pages with. I've got some index cards and such underneath this as well. Just all those types of things that are in that basket. And this fits so nice under there. It just goes right underneath. Now here on my desk, on the lower part of my desk, a friend of mine has this, and I copied it from her. Her mother made her a curtain, if you will, to put on the bottom, the edge of her desk right here, and cover what's under your desk, because believe me, it needs to be covered. So the first thing is I have my ink refills and such in this box, and I have some cards in here that I've already made, so if I ever need a card, I go in there and try to find a card that I need. This box right here contains all of my tags and such of all shapes, sizes, colors, anything you need in there. So that's tags. This, there's paper in there, there are albums in there that I need to be working on. This is my daughter's first year album that is sitting in there. Pages for my scrapbook pages and such are in here. Now underneath here, this is kind of scary. It's better today, I will say. Right here is a container with all my letters and such, stickers and such that I have. That's just some other stuff sitting on top. My eyelets and such are in a container back in the back. This is for my stamps. When I take them off the wooden handles, I put this Easy Melt foam on the back, and you'll see that in that video if you go to mypinkstamper.com. These are album pages that need to be put in pages. These are some embellishments that are just big, and I didn't really know what to do with. This is my New York album stuff that I'm working on. My paper trimmer sits here. My Fiskars stamp block sits here, just ready and easy to use. My big crocodile is down here. My glue gun, sponges, tape, and glue dots and such are under here. That's for my ink pads I use my sponges for. This is all my embossing stuff in there. So, that's a look underneath the desk that nobody ever sees. So, let's see. On the wall over here, I have a new thing, and I may do this again. I may go back and get another one and put another one underneath. This came out like when school started. It is a magnetic board, and these containers actually are made for lockers. But they sit on that magnetic board great, and they hold stuff. I've already got some Project Life cards up there that I've got sitting there. Those are some cards, some birthday cards. Just some basically Project Life cards and getting ready for that. So I think another one would be great right here, just to put more Project Life cards in, because I know those are going to take up some room. So here's a picture that my daughter drew of me. She said, "That's you, Mommy, with me inside, and I have really long legs." So that is her work of art hanging there, so that she is proud, very, very proud of that. But anyway, that is my craft area. Basically, now I did tell you that I moved my punches. My punches are now, here's my bed. They're at the corner underneath my bed in a basket, so I can just kind of pull them out when I sit down to scrapbook, and they'll be easy to use and to put away. Just slide under the bed. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you guys get some ideas from this, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.